It's see love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' in the wood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey, 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 hey. I know y'all surprised your girl is back. Listen, life be lifing, but I said I got to go live. I done said in 2026, I need to make sure I go live more frequently. So I am working on that right now. Shut my eyes. Um, so hope all is well this afternoon. It's busting cold outside. They said the temperatures are cold. It's freezing, baby. I said it's freezing outside. Hey, nice to see you. Glad you can walk in my all in the cute voice. Hey, but anyway, um, I just happened to be home. I saw on the news how ICE done it again. I thought that was like, oh my God, somebody else got pow, pow, pow. And hey, Beth, on the break. Yes, a little mini break. Mental, you got to check on your mental and it's very important. And then when you see what things are going on in the world, you like, I need a break, child. I need a break. Um, so what one of the things I saw today as I was browsing the internet, I saw that District 205 in in Harvey, they approved a $3 million bond. Well, took a loan to pay for the swimming pools. Oh, I don't know if y'all know. Uh, what's that? What is the name of that middle school in Dixmoor? Maya Angelou. I don't think that's the name of it. They have a swimming pool, but District 205 that has to be high school, I believe. Yeah, they getting a swimming pool or fixing this or renovating a swimming pool. Computer always freezing, but it's okay. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back, and we just gonna stay time on task. Time on task. Um, it's unfortunate this happened to someone, and let's see. We'll take a hold on. Let's check this out real quick, and we're gonna view different news. Not only what's happening here in Harvey, but what is going around the United States and the world. Listen, we we got to do better. They trying to keep us from understanding something because why is all this chaos is going on? Chaos and controversy, isn't that what they call it? Ah, Dios mío. Okay, I did that wrong. It's been a while. Hope you all having a good afternoon. Hope all is well. Hey, Miss Ramona. Excuse me. Hey, Ramona, you fix your computer so you can come up and chit chat with me? Let me drop it just in case Miss Ramona can make it up here so we can have conversation. Ain't nothing gonna buy. I can stay on all day today. Well, close to. I dropped the link just in case. Did y'all see this in LA? That's the part. That's the reason why I'm on today. I said, "Oh my God, no, not yet." Oh, that's the reason why I got on live today. I said, "No, they not." Um, sorry, I got to up, update myself. Yeah, I know they not. Pow pow again. You know what's gonna happen? They keeping us busy so we can stay off or stay out of the way so we can't understand or see what's going on. Okay, Miss Ramona. There's a bigger picture at play here because I'm confused. I don't know if it's you or is it me. Tell me what am I right or wrong, and I'm willing to accept and to make changes if necessary. Now, I'm confused. Now in Minnesota, okay, I can't wait till you do, Miss Ramona, so we could be up here talking together. But I'm confused. Like in Minnesota, it started off being that that it was because of the daycare, right? And all of a sudden they stopped talking about that daycare. And now they start talking about ISIS. And I'm like, now, what ICE is doing is not right. I'm gonna say that. I agree with that. What they're doing is not right. But my question is, they literally stopped talking about ISIS and went straight to like Somalia, where that money has been stolen and millions and billions of dollars. And they stopped talking about that. You see how the news switch and pivots, and we still trying to figure out, well, where the money at? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Um,
We have some breaking news
oh,
for you.
yeah. So I'm sorry, I got to listen. I always say if nobody don't, you gotta hype yourself up. Hold on, let me get this. Let me make sure, cause yeah, I saw last night. Miss Stephanie Wiederman was in midday conversation. Okay, we here now. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I did see Stephanie Wiederman on Ryan's show last night. Well, we'll get to that momentarily, but I want to talk about the chaos that's going on. So there's bigger picture of money being laundered out, but then there's something else that goes over it where we stop talking about the major problem, but they're all major problems if you think about it. And so nothing gonna be resolved. And then I had seen, what did I see? I saw something earlier. Hold on. Hold on. And listen, I went to Minnesota once and I was cool. And I said, okay, but I will not be back because I did not get it. I got to show y'all. You see what I be watching? Oh, this right here. They said it was on X.
The state's residents.
I don't think.
I'm going to mute this for a minute. So apparently, while this man was recording what was going on in Minnesota, they said one of them stole somebody's car. They stole the camera and just kept and took the camera away. I don't know if you ever been in, if you've been in Minnesota, haven't you see how it's different to me. How that car drove on that sidewalk like that. They stole his camera and in that car. He said it was $1,000 camera. Sure. He said his thugs reportedly stolen his camera in Minnesota. Interesting. Again, what do they don't want us to know? What do they don't want us to see? And that's just going from your city law, city government to state government to federal government. It's always a crisis. Always a crisis. Last year was COVID. Or the year before that was COVID. It would just get more and more. There's some kind of crisis. And that kind of makes you wonder, are you playing hooky from work? Mm-hmm. Can't you tell I'm sick? Yes. So, and it's cold outside. Yes. So this is the thing that's kind of bugs me out. Like now we back to in California where the ICE person pow someone. I said, dang, this ain't nothing nice out here. So be careful wherever you live. Nobody's safe. Let's see. Where she told me to go on? Let's see on X. Sorry. I'm here, y'all. Got to get back in motion. Okay. And I really enjoy myself being on Ryan's talk show, Ryan and Mir. I appreciate that. Shout out. Yeah, I'm going to feel better. All right. I feel better already. Let me tell you. I'm trying to find it. Oh, dang. And listen, let's go on X. That's the thing, y'all.
Stay arm's length away from me. Stay an arm's length away from me. Next time I'll take you into custody. I don't know who you play with in the past, but I'll take you in.
I'm an attorney.
I don't care.
Immigration attorney.
I don't care.
And I'm a
if
US
you violate
citizen.
the law, guess what,
I'm
immigration
standing
attorney?
right here.
You'll be standing in court too.
I'm standing right here. I'm
18
an
U.S.C.
arm
111.
length. So you're gonna come after me? You're gonna shoot me? These guys have active asylum applications. There's nothing wrong with them. Why are you trying to pick them up?
You don't know what they have.
So why are you trying to pick them up? You have no idea. It's not legal.
It's none of your business.
It is my business. I'm their attorney. It's exactly my business. Get the fuck out of this apartment. Get out of here.
Wow. I tell you, it's a boring moment. And I'm frozen again. Hold on, let's see. Oh, you listening? Hey, Beth. Okay.
Just
I'm glad you're
leave.
still there.
These guys are here legally. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Funny.
You're
What do you
funny.
think you're
What are
gonna
you
make
trying
us
to do?
leave?
I'm an arm's length.
Yeah, good. You learned your lesson.
So get out
You're
of
a
here.
wise attorney.
Hey, you see what in the background? That's a rainbow. Oh my. What you see? Well, all this is going on. We got chaos in the streets. And it just seems as though the people who are doing the bullying, are the ones are not getting addressed. They just walk around and keep doing what they're doing. Look at them.
Get the fuck out.
Oh,
Go. Can't believe you're not afraid to show your face. Get out of here. You must not be from around here. You're touching your pepper spray? You gonna pepper spray me?
So you're saying you're their attorney?
Do you have a warrant?
So under their conditions
No,
of
do you have a
release,
warrant?
You do not need a warrant to knock
Yeah,
on
the
their
fuck
door.
you do. Get out. Get out. Yeah, it's illegal. It's against due process. Get out. It is.
If you do
I don't even know why they're going back and forth with each other, because at this point, what's going to happen? Nobody's going to give in. So why go back and forth?
develop
You
probable
are not an
cause, Mrs.
attorney. Get out.
You would know that we
Fourth
could take
Amendment.
the person in
Why
the
are
custody.
you without arm's length? You just came up to me. So back off. Arm's length. Right now.
So on their
Don't you dare
order,
push me again.
on their 220
Get the
Alpha
fuck
or 220
out!
Bravo.
ICE is here! ICE is here! Do not come out! Get the fuck out now!
We go where we want to go, and we stay as long
They know who they going for. Now this is part, and help me understand. Help me help you, or help you help me. Like, people came into this country illegally, right? But I think it's more so the problem of the way they're asking people to leave when they come in illegally. That's what I think, because like when I went to Broadview to the federal camp, they were mostly people who are I would say people who are from the suburbs. I didn't see a lot of people who were different nationalities out there. So, and I always say it was a lot of suburban mothers out here. That's what I saw. A lot of Karens out there. But then somebody told me they was getting paid to come out there to be disruptive. I'm confused. Which is what?
So
Because you're such tough guys. You're such tough guys.
Maybe you should just walk your ass inside.
Get out.
And then we'd probably leave.
Just get out.
We're disrespectful.
You show me a warrant.
You're funny.
You show me a warrant.
220 Alpha or
No,
220
no.
Bravo.
Show me a
Their
paper that.
conditions of
Show me a paper
release.
that you can pick
You're
up
the
these
attorney.
specific people.
Listen.
There is due process, and you guys are not
Exactly.
following it. So
And
get
there
in your
are
car.
also
and
Okay,
get
I
the
can
fuck
see that's
out.
the thing.
There are also conditions of release.
You have
that
no
must
idea
comply
what
with.
these people are here on.
You have no idea.
No, I do because I'm their attorney.
Okay, so what were their
So
conditions
get
of
out.
release? What
I'm not
conditions-
telling you because you don't know.
They were alternatives to
Get
detention,
out.
right? Alternative
No.
to detention?
Get out.
We're gonna go arrest other people.
You have no idea what it is. Get the fuck out of here. And try a girl pair. Do something good for your living.
I'm talking really politely to you. I know you're trying to get under my skin.
No,
Fine.
I care.
It's
I
fine.
care about people. All right, so get in your car and leave.
Yes.
Where are you coming in from?
That's none of your business.
No?
Nope.
We care about our people.
Oh wow. She a one-woman show right there. How many people will be brave enough to stand up to them? Oh, what he talking about?
At this time. We did look at this, but because to not look into it would have been deeply irresponsible. We had our teams run the numbers and look at every variation of a potential deal. However, the more we looked into it, the more problems emerged. In fact, many of the concerns expressed by members of the city council and other stakeholders from prior administrations gave us the same pause. The final purchase price was far too high.
Oh, he's talking about Brandon Johnson is talking about buying back the contract for the parking meters in Chicago. And at one point they was hoping that Chicago would buy the parking meters back and bring the revenue straight back to Chicago. But Brandon Johnson is saying that it's too expensive for them to even purchase those parking meters again. And you know, Chicago is in a deficit, so they can't even really afford to buy anything at this moment.
Much more than we initially received for the sale and higher than most reasonable assumptions would support. The city would have been required to debt finance the entire purchase, meaning that essentially 100% of parking revenues would be dedicated to debt service for approximately 4 decades. This would eliminate the flexibility to lower rates for residents or remove parking meters to make way for pedestrian ways and bike lanes. We are not pursuing.
Yeah. So, you know, who was that who sold the parking meters to thank you, Beth. I appreciate you. Who was that who sold the parking meters to the company? Was it Daly who did that? Now they can't even afford to buy it back. So people were saying that maybe Chicago can borrow the money to buy back the parking meter and just take that money and pay for the parking meters. And then maybe in a decade, then Chicago actually own it again. But I guess that's not a no-go. No bueno. No bueno, baby. Dang. This is George. Greg just got ran over at the gas station in South Minneapolis, excuse me. One of the agents intentionally tried to swing open his car door and hit me. Dang. Let's see what they got going on here. That's crazy. You ever hear when they blowing a whistle when ICE is in the area? They at the speedway. And look, I'm telling you, look at the crowd. They Karens. They're in between time before the kids get out of school. How did they know that? They must have been following it, man. That's crazy. They must be getting paid well to do this job. Dang. With all the violence in the world, we having violence on our own soil. Attack against each other, to be honest. This is crazy. They trying to keep us busy so we don't pay attention to what's going on. You see that, right? And everybody got a camera out. I got one too. Everybody got a camera out, so they be just videotaping. Oh, I see a Shanika back there. Look at that. Yeah, Minnesota to me, Minneapolis, Minnesota to me reminds me of Ohio. I don't know, it just feels like that. Oh, I wouldn't get caught close up on that. Hola. Man, where are all these people? Where do they come from? To get back. Oh, he pushed her. They getting a little aggressive. He just taking pictures. Oh, you see what I'm saying? It's like both sides are getting so aggressive that how do we get back to the kumbaya? Maybe we don't get back to it. We've reached a point where police officers are having guns pointed at their faces. Ooh, listen.
Message that we want to share with you.
It is, Ramona.
What you won't hear from any of us today is rhetoric of abolish ICE or that there shouldn't be immigration.
Oh, there was a church protest. She looked hard.
Is necessary for national security and for local security. But how it's done is extremely important. In fact, we have a long history of working exceptionally well with our federal partners, including ICE agents, and we have seen the best of them perform their job extremely well in the past. With that said, recently, as the last 2 weeks,
They got a Black Lives Matter is still around. Interesting.
we, as law enforcement community, have been receiving endless complaints about civil rights violations in our streets from U.S. citizens. What we're hearing is,
You know what's interesting is when I think about like, remember watching a movie? It was a movie that it's a true story. I believe it was in Mississippi, and it was the the white guy and the black guy went to Mississippi, and they were unalive, and the federal agents had to come down there to Mississippi to figure out and find out who did it. Now it's like the same thing in reverse now. It's far gone. Hold on. It's too far gone. The corruption is real in all form. Across the board down the line. And the T's and the I's. Is definitely has gotten out of control. Somebody need to put the control back into the community, because what I was always told, when the top is bad, it trickles all the way down to the bottom. So if your president is doing bad and causing trauma, causing controversy, it goes, you can see it all in the streets. Excuse me, Mississippi. Was it Mississippi burning? That was Mississippi. Is that okay? That was that one. That, are you sure it was Mississippi burning? I thought it was another name for that. I can't think of the name of that movie. I gotta finish this But I'll do it later. Hallelujah. It was that's the movie. Okay, I thought Mississippi Burning was the not okay. This was an old movie with Gene. His name Gene Hackman, and Sidney Poitier. And the feds went in. And remember, Sidney Poitier, they the sheriff. Oh, the sheriff was the man from Archie Bunker in that movie. He was the sheriff, and I think they put the wrong person. Oh gosh, that movie come around every now and then. Now I gotta look it up, Mona. Hold that thought. I'm just that was had Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier was in a lot of movies. Sidney. Oh, that's why his name is Sidney. And the man from Archie Bunker. Oh, the name of the name of the movie was called In the Heat of the Night. It was in 1967. Let's see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Let me show you. This movie right here, Ramon. Oh, you eating lunch? Enjoy your lunch, Beth. Remember this movie? In the Heat of the Night. That was a good movie too. Can you make it bigger? Pause. Okay, this movie right here. That's not him? No, that ain't it either. Hold on. That ain't it. What's the name of that movie? What's it called? I think it was in. Oh, this is Sleep. Okay, here it is right here. Bam. Right there. That's the movie, In the Heat of the Night. Remember that, Ramona? And Sidney Poitier was a federal agent. Now, I don't know. What's interesting is, I don't know where did they find all these ICE federal agents. And you notice, majority of them are like Caucasian. And I mean that respectfully. Like they didn't have any diversity, in it. Like, who are they hiring? And then a lot of them look like they old men. Yes, I remember. Yes, this is the movie I was talking about. 1967. They call me Mr. Tibbs. So, yeah.
Is they're being stopped in traffic stops or on the street with no cause and being forced to demand paperwork to determine if they are here legally. As this went on over the past 2 weeks, we started hearing from our police officers the same complaints as they fell victim to this while off duty.
Oh, so are they saying it's a problem now because their police officers are now being attacked? You can't win for lose sometimes, right?
Every one of these individuals is a person of color who has had this happen to them.
Oh, color. Now, that's funny. They had to throw the color word in there.
A particular officer that shared her story with me.
Now that's hold on. I'm hitting the wrong button.
She's a U.S. citizen and clearly would not have any paperwork. When she became concerned about the rhetoric and the way she was being treated, she pulled out her phone. In an attempt to record the incident, the phone was knocked out of her hands, prevented her from recording it.
What's interesting is They did all this action they doing. They did it. They doing it in Minnesota, but they not doing that. They didn't do that in Chicago. I mean, they were doing too much then, but now, but in Minnesota, they going like they don't care. They can care less who's in control.
The officer had their guns drawn during this interaction. And after the officer became so concerned, they were forced to identify themselves as a Brooklyn Park police officer in hopes of slowing the incident and de-escalating the incident down. The agents then immediately left after hearing this, making no other comments, no other apologies, just got in their vehicles and left. I wish I could tell you that this was an isolated incident. In fact, many of the chiefs standing behind me have similar incidents with their off-duty officers. This isn't just important because it happened to off-duty police officers, but what it did do is we know that our officers know what the Constitution is, they know what right and wrong is, and they know—
Hey, bartender?
What can I get for you?
An angel shot, please.
If it is happening to our officers, it pains me to think of how many of our community members are falling victim to this every day. It has to stop.
Ain't that crazy? We can't win for lose out here. Got it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mark Rulli.
Oh, they not denying services, huh? So you turn the value up.
And your operation. Sure. And this goes to anyone, not just those businesses and organizations. Don't fall victim. Don't fall victim to that heated rhetoric and those lies that are often spouted by, say, a Mayor Fry. Mayor Fry actually told his police force to fight federal agents in the city. And you should have even seen the look on O'Brien's face, Chief O'Brien. His eyebrows actually raised at that one. So don't fall victim to that. Our Border Patrol agents, our ICE officers, our parents, they're citizens. They enjoy the rule of law just like everyone else. So
oh man, it's just terrible what's going
deny
on.
them a cup of coffee or
breaking news 4 hours ago. Lawful leaders across the Twin Cities spoke out about, let's see. Not gonna watch the. We definitely not watch for that. Watch 25. I didn't know you could have this long of a.
Here for many of us today is the rhetoric of abolish
What?
be immigration enforcement.
I ain't got no value.
Immigration enforcement is necessary for our national security.
Yeah, they're doing too much. I'm trying to find one. What else is going on right now? An hour ago. Oh, this is at that gas station. And that's not my screen is bad. It's their screen is bad. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. It's kind of weird. So, Ooh. Trying to walk them out. Like, I was wondering, how do they get gas? Because you can't really go do nothing. Because they on y'all like white on rice. No shade. Again, there's a lot of Karens out there. They said these people getting paid. I'm not sure how true this is. That whistle will be so freaking annoying. Man, this is what's going on around us, y'all. How did that make you feel? Okay. If you live in the Chicagoland area, Chicago brace for extreme cold. Wind chills could drop to -35 late Thursday night through Friday morning. Frostbite risk is high. Dang, I was gonna wash my car. Bundle up if you're outside. If it's a must, you better bundle up. And don't forget to check on your elderly and keep pets inside. Bam. That's what's going on in Chicago, y'all. That's what's going on. So, had to let you keep you informed of what's going on in the world. They said it's cold outside. That's why I couldn't get out today. I said it's buzzing cold. Oh, let's see this one, and then we're gonna talk about Chicago Harvey news.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Hold on, what is it? Oh, he's black.
It's straight simple. They can look like simple. It's straight simple. They can look like me, you, her, him. If you're legal or illegal, you'll get deported.
A European country right now, and you wouldn't Canadian. Yeah.
Oh. People been deported. These are the people that get on you been deported. Okay. I receive that. Let's see before we go further. I just want to make sure. Oh, we saw. Who was this? This happened an hour ago. Okay. I was trying to figure out why is this so intense. Hey, listen, we not outside. Because we don't like being in the cold. We can't help you right now. If you know, you know. We don't like being outside. Shoot. And when we have these senseless unalive in our community, don't nobody come and show up and come help us. We got to help ourselves. Look, how did they know he was at this gas station? That's what I would like to know. Be at the gas station at this time, at this hour, at this day, and all these cameras and people. Oh, that's why I got behind me. Can you see? One day, I never forget the day I was driving home, and I saw this van. That's the ISIS van that was going down the expressway. Just saying. He looked like he ain't where he got his military buzz cut. You could tell he was in the military. I suspect the Marines, but who knows? I don't know. But that's what he looking like. Oh, they playing it over and over again. Yeah, Miss Ramona. Ice get out of a car. Oh, they got a lot of stuff.
Put the car parking on your car.
Oh no, you can't even go outside. Did they put the car in park? I'm not fighting with them. See what I'm saying? First of all, we not gonna fight with the po-pos. I don't care if ice, po-pos, no nose, any kind of O's. We not fighting. You see how they pull that person out of the car? Oh no. They wouldn't be pulling us out the car. They'll be yanking us. Oh my gosh. That's why we teach our sons when the police pull you over, put your hands up and on that steering wheel. Now you got to be some kind of Karen or some kind of Bob to be able to go back and forth with them like that, because I'm not doing it. Not your girl. Ooh. Oh, I'm getting out. Listen, he pointed that taser at me. I'm jumping out the car because all I could think of, oh, this is going to be painful and they're going to take this out. Oh, hell no.
By my neck, they threw me to the ground. They stomped on me. They pushed my face into the ground. They put the cuffs on as tight as possible to
Is that a girl or a boy?
the point where it took 6 agents to try to get him off.
What let you talk about the local law enforcement working with the federal
That is
government?
cool.
Funnily, what was the lead up when they get out
Cool
of their
reporter.
vehicles, presumably, or were they
They didn't get out. They drove their vehicle towards mine until I surrounded mine.
okay? So they surround yours, and then how? Like they come up, they break.
And then the cops went into a parking lot. They pulled off to the side and they watched the DHS and Homeland Security and whoever else it was assault me. And they listened to me scream for help.
So we got, see, they be talking about ICE, but they don't be saying home. I don't know if it's he or she said it's Homeland Security, DHS, Border Patrol. So you don't know who is what. And first of all, I thought Border Patrol borders the what's that called, the border, but and they said yeah they protect the water also. But Minnesota, are they close to water in Minnesota?
Like, what I'm trying to get to is like, did they say anything to you before they broke the window, or was it immediate?
No, it was immediate.
Immediately broke.
They said, get out of the fucking car or we're taking you.
He asked her, did they break the window first, or did they ask her to get out the car? She said no, they broke the window, but he just said no, they asked first.
Had they stopped you at all before that? Had you had any reason to believe that you were about to be targeted before that?
They put their lights on, but they don't have any jurisdiction. As women, we're told to go to a well-lit area where we can make sure that we're safe and we're not going to be attacked by armed thugs. So we were trying to comply with.
Look at him. Is that thing going off? Hell no.
I mean, I'm getting like the sense of emotion off of you right now. Like, can you walk me through like what are you feeling in this moment?
This is not the country that I gave my life for. I took an oath, and it's the oath that they're spinning on and stomping on. And this isn't Germany. They're Nazis. They're Gestapo. They think that they're above the law. They don't care.
Bruise cut.
What was your intention when you're out there following them? Are you out there to document what they're doing, to warn your friends and neighbors? Is that that ICE is in your neighborhood? Like, is that what you were out there to do?
They shot my neighbor in the face this week. That's what I'm out there to prevent.
When so you're directly inspired by what happened.
Keith Porter, Renee Good, all of the above.
Ain't that something? Could you imagine? I say this loosely. Could you imagine just being out and about and you see these cars surround you and they said, get out the car? What would you do? My question to you, what would you do if you were in this situation? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Hey, Goddess, how you doing? Hey, Goddess. Hope all is well. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. I'm sure I talked to you since then, but FYI. But we're just going over world news and what's going on in the world right now, and really, what is the big thing that they are trying to get us not to see, because it's always something. Always something. And it keeps changing. Here's another view of this. Oh, there go, brother. Okay. The loans. I remember you saying that, unfortunately, I would be killed. They would not be taking me. Listen, Gardis, I don't think I would be, laid out. But all I just know that I just could not. I don't want nobody grabbing me. I don't want to be tased. And, I don't want to go through all that. I don't know what I would do. And you really don't know what you would do when you're in that situation, to be honest. Because those situations that I've been in, being in in Harvey and Thornton Township, your reaction is totally different until you in that situation. The one lone brother is there. He grumpy for real. Tell him to back up. People in Minnesota are fed up with this. In Minnesota, I'm telling you, it reminds me so much of Ohio. It does. When I went to see George Floyd, I was like, this it? Yeah, them people in Minnesota are fed up with this. But it's so many people who come into the community doing this. That's why they can't leave. Let's see. Oh, Nick Santor. He's the one who got his camera stolen. Hold on, I got another one. Oh, that's the black guy right there.
My Marine friend says that what you're doing is unconstitutional and unethical, and he is ashamed for you.
Does he understand immigration law?
Absolutely, he does. Yeah, I don't think you do, though. I think you're believing what you're being told by superiors. That is not understanding immigration.
It's like, and this is the thing, is I don't want to say confusing to me. The thing that bothers me the most is everybody is against each other. There's nothing that we see right now is bringing people together. That's the disheartening thing is. And also we have young, children watching this. So when we see the violence in the streets, we have to understand that maybe, just maybe, as an adults, we kind of set the tone for this. I'm just saying. Because how you tell a kid, don't be fighting your friend, don't be fighting your brother, and then when you turn on the TV and you see people fighting each other. And if we have a president, who not necessarily a kumbaya president, but one that everyone can get behind, but that probably never really could happen. That's because nobody never really get along with anybody, right? But it's just my thoughts. I'm just thinking like, it's got to be more. This can't just be it. There's got to be more to this. When I say more, I mean more to having people come together Garda says, trust me, I won't be asking for it. I avoid law enforcement as much as possible. You and I both. But if I knew they were attempting to arrest me without probable cause, they would not be taking me. I won't accept it. Listen, Gardis, I've seen you in action. So I know you say what you mean. Oh, you say I apologize to all my loved ones ahead of time. I remember you told me that before. But and that's the unfortunate part. If you think about like what's going on in a bigger scope of what's going on in the world, it's like everybody's against each other. Um, Fighting is normalized. Um, Peace, freedom. What is it? What does the Constitution say? I mean, not the Pledge of Allegiance say. Um, eh, for freedom, everybody ain't free. So that's why sometimes I struggle with saying the Pledge of Allegiance because everybody's not free. Everybody's not safe. There's no balance between everybody and everyone. We were set up to fight each other, and we're set up to stay in chaos so we don't know what's going on in our communities and in the world. From what's going on in your city hall to what's going on to Greenland. Why they trying to take Greenland? Or why we start with Somalia and taking the money for the child care, and now we're talking about ICE is doing something.
Immigration law.
Oh, brainwashing me for sure. Okay. Watch the press conferences. Everybody's entitled to opinion. Do you see all of us and do you see you guys? It's very outnumbered right now.
Now I know it's cold outside. Them whistle be driving me nuts. They want some people to go home. Because who wants to get up every day? How do you explain this to your children? How do you explain that people are fighting each other?
Public safety threats out of our neighborhoods. Right now, President Trump's taking the
Yeah,
hit.
he didn't gain weight.
He's allowing us to enforce the immigration.
You know, what do we tell our children? What do we tell our grandchildren? Like, this is a next level stuff to me. Like, how do we bring people together and stop the fighting? How do we bring people to come to the table and come meet middle ground? But what I've realized and come to terms with, everybody feel the way they feel and nobody wants to give in. Gangsterism is the thing in politics, locally, nationally, and globally. People in power don't want peace. They want power or maintain power. And you know what? As you say that, Gardis, I think about we always reflect to things we know, right? I reflect on what my grandmother always says, and I knew this from school also, that war brings jobs. And if I think about it now as what I see on what's going on around me, people are making money off of we all are. Well, not well, I'm just saying. Because we're watching it, are making money off of the chaos that's going on. Yeah, the people who are in positions, in power, they don't want war. So Trump don't want peace. He wants power. He want to maintain that power. Now I can see that. And to strengthen his power. I can see that. But how does that trickle down to our everyday life? Because to be honest,
The way it's written. And if
this
you
right
if you
here,
go back to
yeah, this is the what. Not to get away from.
You said something about a
Hold
war,
on,
right?
hold on. Like the tariffs. Like some things I don't have a problem with, but then some things I do have a problem with because oh shit, mom, what is this? Um, I just don't. How do I don't want to get too far off from what I'm saying. Is like the tariffs. They're affecting a lot of people. So while we are so busy focusing on ICE, focus on Somalia, focus on taking Greenland, the tariffs are really hurting like everybody. But we're so they got us so going against each other, not realizing it's some bigger things that's happening to around us. Don't eat the chicken. What? Sorry, I just got sidetracked. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is and trucking coming are starting to pivot. Studies find American board 96% of Trump. Mm, ain't that something? In the old economy, it did, but with manufacturing being automated, war only brings money to military industrial complex. You see, they raised the military budget by 50%. Yes, yes, and that's the thing. And God, that's the thing. But then they'll say, and not to get away from the people in what's going on, what happened in Los Angeles, where ICE pow someone, and what happened in Minnesota, where they pow someone. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That they got us, a majority, are focused on what's in the news and not what they are not telling us, right? They increased the military budget by 50%. And see, this is what happens, right? So they increased the military budget by 50%. But then how do you can't go backwards because like let's say in 2027, now you can't decrease the military budget because you've already hired people, or maybe they using that. How are they using that military benefit? Because then they're stretching the military if we think about it, right? Or the people who are under ISIS, are they funded through the military? Like and first of all, United States is so into everybody else's business. We can't. We trying to fight other people's wars. We can't even fight the wars that's at home. Gangsterism. Gangsterism. It says America bears almost all the costs of Trump's tariffs. Ain't that something? Ooh. I'm like, eh, you really are afraid. This is why Trump is a phenomenal strategist. Trump wants Greenland. Yeah, we know that. Trump tariffs EU until they agree. Oh, he's Trump tariffs. That's what's going on. Yeah. We can't. We so busy fighting each other, and like when I be like the city hall, then we fighting each other, and then a lot of stuff. It just trickles down. Like we're not gonna be able to afford to live in peace. How do our children go to? How do our children go to college? And some the profession now they say, oh, it's not a profession, so we're not going to fund the children. Hmm. ICE is funded under the DOJ, which their budget went up as well, with most going to immigration enforcement. Hmm. Ain't that something? We can't get money. We cannot get money to send our children to school. My mother told me she went to school and they didn't have student loans back then. But they won't even now uh, have a program where people to be able to pay off these student loans or not have student loans. But we have to pay for military to A, go against us, B, fight in territories that we all don't agree on. But the problem with that is somebody voted for this man to be into office. He looked like the devil. No offense. Excuse me. That tariff is killing the trucking industry. I'm telling you. I know for a fact that they have changed a lot of the way they're doing business at this moment. Was going hourly. Now they have changed it where they forcing these people to drive by the mile. And once they change some of these processes does not go back. He's not the devil. He's the devil's puppet. Ooh. Okay. I heard. Yeah, I dropped. Oh, and that's even scarier. The puppet master. But you see what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of things. We got to deal with what's going on in the federal, and we have to deal with what's in our local. And I heard someone say, yes, we need to focus on what's going on in the local level, but we really got to be honest, we got to multitask because they going from both ends going to tax you out your ass. I say that respectfully. They're going to tax you. So both matters and both affects us. I think I just happened to turn the television on and I saw that Trump is going to, no, not Trump, Cook County, they're going to eliminate make cuts in the SNAP program. Listen, sometimes that's all some people get is the SNAP program. In politics, work local, think global. Work local, think global. Work local, think global. I like that one. Work local and think global. I got that's right. God is right. You got to. That's really the big picture right now. Oh, hold on. Side note.
So much shit too because
Hold
although
on.
I've been
I've
here
been
to eat
meaning to go
burgers,
here. I've never been to
you
this
guys
place.
said, no, screw the burgers. You need to try the garlic butter fries. Well, here I am. I got garlic butter fries. It's 10 degrees outside, by the way, with a wind chill of god damn, it's cold. They look good. They smell great.
They look soggy.
So let's try these garlic butter fries that all of you guys said were the best in the South Side.
It's on 57 in Cicero. I've seen it. Oh, it's crunchy. Oh, it's cold out there. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they're good. Piping hot.
Okay.
This is about $5.50 with
$5.50
I don't know.
Yes. I'm sorry, girl. I saw food and I quickly got distracted. Yeah, that's on 57 in Cicero. 55th. 57 in Cicero. Yeah.
Legal battle against ICE after he
Hey, you see Don Lemon in trouble for
detained him twice. 38-year-old Garrison Gibson says armed agents broke down the front door of his house while his wife, 10-year-old daughter, and 11-year-old niece were inside. Officials sent Gibson to a facility in Texas and threatened to deport him to Liberia, a country he fled when he was a child. A judge then released him, but the next day he was detained again by ICE. Garrison Gibson. Today, a Minnesota man is fighting a legal battle against ICE after he says federal agents unlawfully detained him twice. 38-year-old Garrison Gibson says,
dang. They check the energy before you come in the house. Oh, I like that one. I need something for that one. Dang. They came and got him twice. I seen my neighbors get their door bust down like that. With all those things that they got in their hand. They tell you stuff, but they're not coming back to fix it. Well, with that being said, this really was about what's going on in the news. So you see, they have no regards to the courts. No, they don't. He escaped from Siberia, and they said they're gonna deport him back to Siberia. That's a black guy. Hold on. Well, he hanging out the window. Hold on. Ooh.
Let me ask you something. Yeah, okay, we're not, those people on legal visas, we're not bothering them. But let me ask you this. You hang out at a bar, right? Everybody's drinking, having a good time. There's local cops outside waiting to catch a driver, right? Are they terrorizing the bar patron? No, they're doing their job.
Hey, watch where you spray that.
It's almost like it's a game.
He's a German immigrant.
Why would she walk in front of that car? That's the part I didn't understand. I'm not.
I have friends that
are. There's some things I would not do. I'm not walking in front of a no moving car. Well, I have crossed the street, and I be thinking I have the right. Let's see what they say.
I am the Executive Associate Director for ICE Enforcement Removal Operations. Thank you for joining us. We announced the current status of Operation Metro Surge. As you know, the Department of Homeland Security has arrested over 10,000 illegal aliens in Minnesota since President Trump took office.
10,000?
Over the weekend and through yesterday's holiday, ICE arrested 113 illegal aliens in Minnesota. Some of the criminal aliens that were arrested, whose photos you see beside me on the monitor, include an illegal alien gang member from Laos with convictions for homicide and robbery, an illegal alien from Laos who's been convicted for sodomizing a 12-year-old girl and sexual assault, an illegal alien from
Now we got to remember during Barack Obama's term as administration, 2.7. So Obama still holds the highest of deportation. Now, what's interesting, I think, is that Trump's trying to outbeat Obama. That's what I think. That's why he's doing it, because he don't want him to do better than he did. That's what it sounds like. Trump is at 2.7. Obama did 3 million in 4 years. Trump's trying to do it sooner.
the Marshall Islands who has 24 criminal convictions, including assault, domestic abuse, and
Yes,
theft.
that is true. That was true, Curtis. Now she walked in front of that. Now she did walk in front of that car. Now,
Right? Are they terrorizing the
watch.
bar country?
No,
They're doing their job.
Hey, watch where you spray that.
We got beer spray.
He's a German immigrant.
Why would she walk in front of that car? That's the stuff I be talking about. Not intentionally going to put myself in harm's way. Oh, let's watch one more. Why not?
Injured detainees in the middle of your local parks. We have 3 confirmed, 5 unconfirmed in the hospital, 1 with a skull fracture and an open head wound. All right. That was found in the middle of park after he was released from the frozen water force. So they're not just releasing them outside of Whipple. They're just taking the injured ones and dropping them in the middle of a freaking park. So, and this is going on 3 different accounts confirmed, 5 yet unconfirmed. So now I'm just driving around local parks looking for injured detainees. I have a meeting in the morning with 2 of the families that are at the hospital. They say this is getting no attention. I gotta keep going. I have more to do. I have to get safety vests. There has to be someone outside of Whipple, right? In case they release a detainee there.
I'll tell you, this is crazy.
Safe Haven's got that covered. And now they're just dropping them in local parks throughout the city. Because if you think about it, right? If they, and all of these injured detainees, by the way, all of them have signs of like being beaten and schmorchered. Okay.
Man, can you? And I say this loosely though. Can you imagine when this is over, when Trump is out of office, what this will look like? This reminds me, I remember when I was a kid, I read this book. I want to say Anne Anne Frank book, and she was in the attic. Or I think the book was something like that. I'll never forget that book. And she hid in that attic for a long time until the war was over. And this the same thing. I always, we always refer it back to what we know. Can you imagine, like, when this is over, how would they be the people who actually have done these crimes to people? Yeah, the Diary of Anne Frank. Thank you. I just couldn't remember that one. Man, I was a kid when I read that book and I was traumatized. But can you imagine, like, depending on who becomes president after Trump, will anybody really face the consequences of the behaviors of what has happened? Because in theory, this is going to go down in history, right? This is going to go down in history as the most violent administration. Yeah, most violent administration. And the sad part about it is he don't see nothing wrong with it. Just keep pushing on until they get what they want. But again, I always say this because you got to think about the future, right? Think about the young people who are coming up and just think, a lot of these across the world, a lot of these young people just want to be young. A lot of these young people just want to have a normal life. But it's these old heads who wants to contribute to the trauma of the world that go from Trump on down. Or Trump canceled tariff threats over Greenland. Like we can't do everything. Somebody has to protect the youth. Somebody has to protect the young. Somebody has to protect history. But like God has said, that power, folks don't care about who comes behind them. But when you die, you can't take that money with you. Integrity has to come from somewhere. I might be wrong. I might be right. But how do we teach that to our children if we as adults we're not even walking in that space? That's what I say. How you tell the kids to stop fighting, y'all fighting.
And my brain's gonna
They dropping the people off anywhere, huh?
hospital, one with a
Now they don't even talk about what's going on now. Oh, here's another picture there. Gotta be at the gas station.
He's hungry, hungry, hungry. Staying hungry, hungry.
Oh, they wouldn't let him in?
What you want, man? You want some chicken? You ain't getting it here, bro.
I was like, why you say don't eat the chicken? Yeah, this is like, we got our own reality TV show right here. Crazy, right? Our own reality TV show. And what's in the news for today? But this evening or in a couple more hours, I will be back to talk about local. I wanted to talk about what's outside of Chicago. but now I want to the surrounding area. This later I'll be back and we're gonna talk about what's going on in my community. So there was a Thornton Township meeting. I think it was a Harvey meeting. We kind of talked about that a little, touched on it. But we're gonna come back in about 2 to 3 hours. I should be back. I promise. I'll be back today. So I'm gonna be more consistent now. Promise. What's in the news is the new thing in the news. We're not with the drama. We're not getting on the bandwagon with the drama. We're just trying to keep up on what's going on. As mature adults, being respectful with no drama and bullying, all that extra stuff they're doing. Because if there's gonna be a change, we have to be a part of the change, right? Well, with that being said, I gotta go. But I'll be back in 2 hours. I promise. Have your lunch, have your dinner, and we will continue. And thank you, Gardis and Ramona, for being on and maybe Gardis will come up later if he's available, or Ramona. And I will be back later. Promise. Okay? Gotta go cook some dinner, but I'll be back. Holla at you, girl. And don't forget, D-Love from the South Side. Big step